Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to Women in Sales Leadership. I'm your friend, Amy Evans, and I'm so glad that you pressed play today and that you're spending this time with me because we are going to hit on something that we have to talk about. I keep seeing this over and over again in all of these conversations that I've been having over the past couple of months with sales leaders like you. And before we get into it, I have a favor to ask. You already know somebody who can learn something and get something out of this conversation that we're about to have today. I know you have a friend, you've got a colleague who isn't necessarily in love with where she's at in her career, and this can be helpful. You want to give something sweet, a nice little gift. This episode is it. Like, hit forward, text her, send this to her. Okay. So this is for somebody who's been feeling a little stuck, and do me a quick favor. Let them know you care. Send this message. Okay. So this takes 10 whole seconds. I also want to remind you, I have already had some awesome conversations with some of you who are listening to these episodes. It has been so amazing. And if you haven't done it yet, I'm making a gift available to you, listeners of this podcast, a 1-hour planning session with me as a gift. The way to go get it is to grab it at my website, amyevanscoaching.com/work with me. Again, that's amyevanscoaching.com/work with me. If you just go straight to the website, Work with me is right up at the front. You can grab some time and we will get it together for a planning session for you about your career. So come grab that conversation with me. All right. So I have to tell you, it has been so fun and exciting to get to talk with you. And here is what we're going to talk about today. This is the pattern that I keep seeing on all of these conversations that I've been having with senior leaders. So leader after leader, they keep saying things to me like, I know I need to make a move, but, and there's this big but. The big but is, okay, I know. It's that they're strong performers. They're totally respected, but they're stuck. The position that's above them is occupied by somebody who isn't going anywhere and isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So some of these companies have been flattened by reorgs. Some are just not really growing. There are companies that are out there growing right now. There are, trust me. And if you don't know where they are and you're not sure where they are, just go on LinkedIn. There's so many opportunities to find places to go explore out there. RepView is one of them. If you're not looking at RepView, even as a leader, RepView gives you insight into who's growing and who's hiring and the perspective about that business. Okay, so back to what I'm talking about. These leaders who are stuck. So there's no clear path forward. There's no way to get up past where they currently are. And look, this isn't anybody's fault. I would never, ever think poorly of anybody who has gotten to a place where, hey, life is working for you and you found a situation that works great for you. You're making good money. But the leaders that I'm talking to, they want more. And they know it. They know they want more, and it's making them, it's kind of pissing them off that they're not moving anywhere right now. So here's my question to you. And the question I ask them is, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about this discomfort? What are you doing about knowing that you're ready to make a move, that you can do more, that you want more, you want to earn more, you want more responsibility, you want to have more strategic leadership influence? And the questions I keep having with these folks are, what are you doing about it? And the answer I get is, well, I've been thinking about it. This is perfect timing. We've just wrapped up, some of you are on calendar fiscals. We've just wrapped up Q1 and thinking about it. You already know this. It's not a strategy. What is a strategy is to get in action. And that's what I'm going to offer you today for those of you who know that you're ready to make a move, or you are like, when you really are honest with yourself, in your heart of hearts, you know you're ready to make a move. This is what I see. These are the patterns that I'm seeing in the leaders that I talk with. And maybe you're going to see something for you here. Again, there's nothing wrong with you. If this is happening to you, it's just a signal. It's just information for you to choose to do something about. So the first thing are these 3 fears that I'm seeing just pervasively. And first off, look, I'm the first person to say, oh, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. Now, come on now. I'm a human being. I get afraid. And let me tell you, when I get afraid, it ain't pretty. It is really ugly when I'm afraid. When I'm afraid, I treat everybody like shit. I talk poorly to myself. And I'm just not my most happy, bubbly, energetic, positive, nothing can stop me kind of person, right? Why? Because I know in my heart that something has to change and I'm not doing it. So these are these 3 fears that I'm seeing pervasively happening in these conversations that I'm having with sales leaders who are stuck right now. So number 1, there's this fear of identity, especially if you've been with the same company for any amount of time. I'm talking 5 years, sometimes 10 years plus. It's that, who am I without this company? Working for this company that you're working for right now has become such a huge part of who you are and who you identify yourself with. You've almost maybe forgotten a little bit that you existed before this company was part of your life, and you've had all these other things in your career that existed before this company was a part of your life. And so that's one thing, is this identity. That's the fear number 1. Fear number 2, it's the devil you know. Well, and I hear this too. It's the thinking of like, well, at least I know where I stand in this place. At least I know how to, do the tag dance around my boss and my boss's boss and what they need, right? At least blank is not the same as I'm fired up. I love what I'm doing and I know this is where I'm supposed to be. It's the making excuses component where you're like, well, at least I know how to navigate here. At least I have a pretty good team. At least I have a halfway decent territory. Halfway decent. Okay. The third one that I see is this, and this is real, especially for those of you who have some comp that's tied to stock options or restricted stock units, or even, commissions that aren't paid for another quarter. It's this golden handcuffs thing where there's always going to be this financial reason to wait. And look, it's real. It's so real. And I bet that when you're recruiting sellers to join your team or leaders to join your team, you have to overcome these golden handcuff moments. But there comes a point, really, in everybody's evaluation of what's important to you, where you look at it and you say, I'm going to trust that I'll be able to work out the financials because it's worth it to me to make a move. So these are the things I'm seeing, these 3 fears. It's the identity, it's the devil you know, it's these golden handcuffs. Those are the things that I see everybody talking to me about. And here's the gut check that I would invite you to do. It's perfect timing. It's spring. We've wrapped up the first 3 months of the year, and it's time to do your gut check. So did anything change this quarter or over the past 3 months, or did you just survive it? So that's one gut check, okay? I promise this isn't going to be all negative, but these are good questions to ask. So let's just be here together. No judgment. No judgment in how your answer is to any of these. Number 2, are you performing or are you coasting? Are you performing or coasting? No wrong answer, just whatever your answer is. And when you think about the next 12 months, the next year, a year from now, are you filled with energy and excitement? Or do you already know that if you are in the same place 12 months from now, that you are not going to be a happy camper? And this 4th one is, if you were talking to your best leader who works on your team or your best seller who works on your team, and they were in your situation, what would you tell them? If it was your best friend, what would you tell them? And this last one can be really illuminating. This is just information. Again, no judgment here. This is just a chance to take a real honest look in the mirror. And when we have information, it informs us. We can choose to do something about it. So the 5th one is, if you got laid off tomorrow, would you be somewhat relieved? That one really does tell you some good information. And this last one really goes to, look, you don't have to have a complete whole plan of what you're going to do next. It's important to just say, gut check, is this working for me? And am I kind of dealing with any of these fears, this identity, the golden handcuffs, the devil you know? And there is one thing that I will share with you. Every time I've worked with a leader who comes and says, look, I'm in a rough place. I don't love what's happening. I've been unhappy for a while. Every time we work together and I work with leaders who make this move that they're definitely feeling nervous about and candidly feeling fearful about, when they get that leap done and they get to the other side, they always look back and say, this is with this enemy. I wish I'd done it sooner, Amy. It feels so good to be where I am. Now, look, that requires some work. It does. But here's what I know is true. Whatever happened in the first 3 months has already happened, and it's done. It's over, right? If it wasn't great, it's over. It's in the past. If it was great, it's over. It's in the past. The only time that you have is this time right now. And the only thing that you can really have an impact in is what happens today and what choice you're going to make moving forward for the rest of this year. So if you already looked at that question where I said, if you're in the same spot 12 months from now that you are today, earning the same money, same team, same company, same everything, and that doesn't feel good to you, then that's information. It's information you can choose. And I can share with you that, yes, I'm not here to tell anybody stories about what is true or not, things that aren't true. How about that? Is it tough out there? Yes. Are people getting jobs every single day? Yes, they are. And they're getting roles inside of companies that are growing, that in roles working for executives that they like and respect, and that create better opportunities for them, right? So those things are out there. And if you're sitting here with this information that I just shared in these questions and you might be uncomfortable, first of all, if you're uncomfortable, please let go of whatever self-judgment you might be placing on yourself, because you haven't done anything wrong. You haven't. You've made choices. You've had good reasons for those choices. And now if your decision is to start to look at doing something else, that's completely fine. If your decision is, no, I'm not going to do anything different, Amy, thanks. I don't mind if I'm in the same place 12 months from now. That's awesome. I love it for you. That's great. And if you recognized yourself in what I just described, you're so not alone. Every leader, sales leader who comes to me and speaks with me, they're struggling with these things. And if this is something that's on your mind and you have a lot of uncertainty of like, I'm not sure what to do, I'm not sure how to go about it, right? That's okay. That's what I'm here for. That's what this conversation is for. It's for a chance to open up your mind, to get you thinking about what do you want? And you can begin to, when you say, okay, I know I don't want this anymore, you then get to take out a clean sheet of paper and say, what do I want? What do you want? If you had the magic wand, right? The ones that we had when we were little kids, and you could make a spell that said, I get what I want in this next role, in this next company, whatever responsibility, whatever it is that's on your mind. You get a chance to create that for you, like this vision. You're not alone. You're not alone. And if you want support, or you want to explore getting support, or you just want to have a 1-hour phone call about your career and have a career planning session, come grab that. Grab that time with me in that 1-hour conversation that I offer. There is a calendar on my website. Find a time that works for you, amyevanscoaching.com/work with me, and make use of that session that I'm gifting you. As always, you can find me on LinkedIn. And thank you again for your time today. Go be the leader that you know you are.